we're an additional set of eyes. We are the citizen neighbors, and we just believe this park people should not be allowed to camp next to it, and people should not be able to do drugs. And so I think that's a reasonable ask.
At 11 a.m. every Friday, Friends of Cooch Park meet for coffee to discuss how to better their small space in Portland, Oregon. It's a simple way for the local community to tackle the issues caused by the increasing homeless population and try to create a safe haven from the crime and drug use in the city. Alan Clausen, who has lived in Portland since the 1980s, is a regular on Coffee Fridays.
Yeah, I can sleep here, I can do drugs here, no one will do anything about it. And it got so bad that a fellow with a machete, in a park by a school, he got a machete. And the police, it's not illegal to have a machete. Is that a rational response?
In 2023, Friends of Cooch Park started in reaction to a slew of tents set up and a man with a machete threatening people in the park. Kara Shane Cawley testified at a Portland City Council meeting in favor of funding the homeless encampment sweeps.
I, for one, am happy that the mayor is starting to enforce the camping ban, not because we're trying to criminalize homelessness, but because there are certain places, like a school, where no camping should ever be allowed. And there are certain camps that just get out of control, where there's just the drug use is crazy.
The group has worked with the city to add signage to let people know the building adjacent to the park is a school, the Metropolitan Learning Center, to discourage drug use and criminal activity.
No one knows it's a school. We contacted the Parks Department, we contacted the principal, and there's a sign! We helped do something. So there's a sign that labels it as a Cooch Park, which is the Parks and Rec, and then it labels it as MLC School. It just feels like a victory.
The sign is now hanging on the fence separating the park and the school's basketball court. The group took a photo together to commemorate their small but meaningful win.
I always try to emphasize that as Friends of Cooch Park, we can hold complex thoughts in our head. And what I mean by that is that I have compassion for the homeless. I have compassion for people with substance use disorder. What is not okay is doing fentanyl in a park.
The group is also trying to shut down the public restroom during the day. Cawley, who is a mother of 2 children in Portland Public Schools, is gathering complaints from parents and community members and sending it up the chain to the Parks Department and City Council.
Many parents who their children go to that school just wanted the bathroom locked because they felt like the bathroom was attracting people who were not following the laws, not law-abiding folk. And so they just felt it was attracting dangerous folks or people in mental health crisis, and they're like, we don't want this bathroom open.
Friends of Cooch Park is currently trying to broker a compromise to give the key of the bathroom to the principal so she could lock it during the day and unlock it when school gets out.
Neighbors and business owners told us we want the bathroom to be open at night so people aren't just using the sidewalks as a toilet.
Max Steele is a local small business owner and has lived in Portland for 20 years. As the treasurer of Friends of Cooch Park, he works on filling the space with various activities to encourage community involvement.
So a lot of what we did was activate the space with giant Jenga, giant Connect 4, cornhole, coffee, caroling. I held a little Tu B'Shvat ceremony, which is the Jewish New Year for the trees. Just bringing people into the park and showing them the million or more things that are supposed to be happening here as a counterexample to the handful of things that, we would really like to see a lot less of.
We make society work with our own friends and neighbors in our community, and we make public spaces positive places.
I would say the park is better. In the 2 years we've been a group, there are definitely times where we show up to the park and we're like, what the hell happened? It's just, you can almost just, like, we've been here and there's just garbage, like if needles or, or there's just people lined up on those benches and just smoking.
I think it's pretty easy to see that there's been a positive trend. I think the worry is that it hasn't come soon enough and it's a little too slow, but like as a business owner, business is up, foot traffic is up. It hasn't doubled, but it is better.
We believe you should follow the laws. We believe you should follow the rules in the parks, and we care about kids, we care about the school, and so we just don't give up. So.
From Portland, Oregon, I'm Amy DeLaura for Washington Examiner.